MAGA infighting keeps getting worse. Right-wingers Tucker Carlson and Laura Loomer are ramping up their war of words. Carlson seems to have sparked the spat after telling the New York Times that Loomer is like a, quote, child wielding a loaded firearm called Twitter.
Loomer quickly responded on X, writing, quote, I'm so glad so many people are starting to see what a terrible person Tucker Carlson is. I'm glad people's eyes are opening to what a fraud this guy is. An hour later, she shot off another rather ominous post, writing, quote, do you want to know something about Tucker Carlson that nobody knows except me and about 3 other people? Something that should be the nail in his coffin that makes everyone realize what a fraud he is? The latest tussle between the pair follows months of discord over President Trump's foreign policy, specifically on Israel and Iran.
One person apparently unfazed is Trump himself. He praised Loomer while speaking with reporters on the tarmac. Take a look.
Very nice. I mean, I know she's known as a radical right, but I think Laura Loomer is a very nice person. I've known her for a long time. And, you know, personally, I think she's a patriot.
Lovely Laura Loomer, Robby. What do you make? I mean, we were talking in an earlier segment about Democratic infighting. A lot of MAGA infighting these days. What do you make of it?
There is MAGA world influencer infighting going on. There's a lot happening right now with 4 people. Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Laura Loomer, and Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes is a very kind of far-right, alt-right associated, has strongly, I would say, wrong and discriminatory views against Jewish people and black people and other things, but is a staunch critic of Israel for various reasons, and is more of a non-interventionist figure. Laura Loomer is a very interventionist figure, which she was all in support of Israel, in support of what Iran is doing. And then Tucker is also a non-interventionist, but is having a feud with Fuentes that we don't really have time for today, but maybe we'll circle back to tomorrow because it's actually kind of interesting and indicative of, I think, where the young right is headed. And then there's Candace Owens, who's been feuding with Nick Fuentes, but it was on Tucker Carlson's show recently. It's all very interesting. Laura Loomer is not my favorite character. I think she does have Trump's ear, and she uses that to get rid of people she doesn't like. She got Vinay Prasad sacked from the administration. Not fired, he left his own volition, but after getting a lot of negative attention to him, this figure, a COVID contrarian doctor, who I quite like, a lot of our viewers probably appreciate for his commentary, was brought into the FDA and is now out because she pointed to all these old tweets of his where he's in support of left Democrats. Yes, like RFK Jr., he was a Democrat, but some Democrats had interesting dissident perspectives on different topics, health or foreign policy, regardless of what it is, should be part of the administration. She schemes and uses connections or things you've said previously to get you unpersoned. And she has Trump's ear and attention. You see that. He likes her. She's ridden on Air Force One with her. People try to keep her away from him, but he likes her. I think she's having a damaging effect on America First, on MAGA. She's a hawk. She wants to attack Iran. She wants all of those kinds of things. Tucker doesn't. Nick Fuentes doesn't, and others. So this is kind of the feud happening. It is ideological and also personality driven, right. But she's out there.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that obviously a lot of it is personality driven, and she does have that tendency to go after people in a sort of, kind of the online equivalent of the flaming torches coming for you, the mob being set on you, and I don't love that, obviously. Also, I think just briefly on the Israel thing,
she does right-wing cancel culture. That's what she's trying to do at all times.
Right.
And she's effective at it. She's good at it. I mean, I'm not saying she does this job well, and she does her part to influence Trump in her direction. And I think it's not the direction I want Trump to go, but she's successful at it.
Right. Just very briefly on the Israel thing. On one hand, I think it's very interesting that there are these divides emerging on the right now, which had, I think, traditionally been very supportive of Israel. I do obviously want to be wary of people. I mean, Nick Fuentes I've no time for at all, and I would be wary of someone like him to the point where, is there some genuine anti-Semitism going on there or not? That's something you have to be careful about. Lots of reasons to criticize Israel's conduct in Gaza without entertaining prejudice of that type.
I think there's a lot that he is entertaining that is obviously very, very bad. I deplorable. I totally disagree with it, but he is getting attention right now. He's getting a following. It's genuine. He is tapping into something that needs to be addressed and discussed and debated and convinced people not to believe in it if that's the way we're going to go. But it can't be ignored is what I'm saying. We might have to talk about it later. That does it for us today on Rising Live. Thanks so much for watching, and look out for more exclusive YouTube content coming your way today. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe to The Hill's YouTube channel so that you never miss any content. For those of you who like to listen while on the go, we're now available anywhere you can find podcasts. We'll see you back here tomorrow.